Hi everyone, I'm Ty.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're going to show you some really simple exercises that anybody can do.
Any fitness level, whether you're a beginner, just getting started, haven't moved or exercised in a long time, these are going to give you the building blocks to start.
We're doing 3 sections. The first section is totally lying down, so you can do it on the floor, on a yoga mat, or even do it in bed right when you wake up.
Second section is going to be seated.
And then the last section is standing. But they're all super simple, perfect for anybody to start integrating into their day, to start feeling a little bit more mobile, a little bit more ready to do some strength exercising.
Hey there. So now we're going to go through some exercises that you can do lying on your back. You can do these first thing in the morning before you get out of bed. You can also do them when you're laying down in bed right before you go to sleep. They're not too strenuous, they're very simple, and it's good to repeat them a few times a day if you can. So the first thing Mike is going to do is put his hands by his side, and then he's going to bend his knees so that his feet are planted flat on the bed or ground in this case, and he should form a 90-degree angle by bending his knees like that. His knees are hip distance apart, and his ankles fall right under his knees. His toes are pointed straight ahead of him. His head is flat, it's not arched back, it's not pointed forward. Same with his back. It's not too arched, it's not too curved. He has a neutral spine. So the first thing that Mike is going to do is called a hip bridge. He's going to bring his hips up so that he's forming a straight line from his knees to his shoulders. This is engaging the back of his legs and his glutes, and then he's going to slowly bring it down using his abs to control. And he's going to lift up again, and then slowly bring it down. On each repetition, when he lifts up, he's holding, doing an isometric hold to engage his abs, glutes, legs, and lowering down. Now, if this is too advanced for you, and this is quite advanced, you can also just do a hip tilt. And Mike's going to show you how to do that. It's a little bit more subtle. So on the ground, he has a neutral spine, and he's just tilting his pelvis, engaging his abs, pulling his belly button into his spine, and then releasing back down. You feel that, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
See, he's not making much of a movement, but it's still engaging his muscles, and lower. When you do this, you want to make sure you're not thrusting back and forth, that you're controlling up and controlling down. Give me 3 more. Good. 2. And last one. Good. How do you feel?
Good. It's nice. It stretches out my lower back.
Good. So the next exercise, he's going to keep his feet in the same position, and he's going to take one leg and lift it up, keeping the position, and then lowering it down. Now he's not going to lift it all the way to his shoulder. He's just going to stop at the top of his hip and alternate each leg like he's marching in place. While he's doing this, his head is pointing straight forward, his shoulders are relaxed, his spine is in a neutral position, his legs, again, are hip distance width apart, his knees, ankles, toes are all pointing in the same direction. And you're going to do this 10 on each leg for a total of 20. Remember to breathe. A good breathing exercise is you breathe out when it feels most difficult, so when you're lifting your leg up, and when you drop it down, you want to control and you breathe in. So you can breathe out. In and out. In and out. Good. So our next exercise, you can actually start with your legs straight on the ground. And this is going to be somewhat similar, but also give you a little bit of a stretch at the top. Mike's going to bring his right leg up and hold it with both hands, pulling into his chest gently so that he gets a nice release in his hip flexor and stretch through the back of his glutes. And then he's going to lower it back down. And you're going to repeat with the other leg. Good. Nice deep stretch as long as you want to hold. Don't push it. Should feel good. And down. If it's too hard to straighten your legs all the way, you can go into that same bent knee position. Lift your other leg up to stretch. Pull into your shoulder and down. And Mike's doing a great job keeping his head flat, his shoulders flat. He's not curling up as a ball. He's letting his arms do the work to pull his leg in and do the stretch for him. One more each side. Good. Last one. Good. And now you're going to take both legs into your chest and wrap your hands around and hold till your hip flexors release. And then you're going to put your legs back down. You can either keep them bent or straighten them all the way. And you're just going to keep repeating that. When you do this, you should be able to feel which side is a little bit more tense. And that way, when you go back to doing the individual one, you can make sure that you spend a little bit more time on the side that's a little bit more overactive. Again, keeping your neck straight, your spine straight, not curved, not arched, and engaging your abs when you control your legs out. Good. Good. Pretty simple. So next time you wake up, this is a perfect series to do in bed. Next time you go to sleep, you can do it too.
All right, for this next segment, you're going to need a couple pieces of equipment. Elastic band. We have this short loop. We call these a booty band. You can get one of these, or you can get a TheraBand. It's a longer single piece that you can tie around your knees. If you have mobility issues, you want to use the TheraBand and tie it because these can trip you up getting them on and off. You're also going to need a chair that puts your knees at about a 90-degree angle when sitting. Let's get started. All right, for our first move, Ty, we're going to do a sit and stand. So she's going to give me 10 of these. She's going to just start in a sitting position and simply stand up. She's going to make sure her feet, ankles, knees, and hips are all in line. And she's going to try to stand up without the assistance of her hands. So she's going to use the core, she's going to use her gluteus, she's going to use her quads and her hamstrings all together to bring herself up and down. She wants to make sure she's breathing. Good. All the way up, and when you get to the top, give that gluteus a little bit of a squeeze. I'm going to push forward. Yep, good. Back and up. Great. 10 of these. Great. She has nice posture through the back the entire time. She's not curling, punching. She's not hyperextending. Great. One more, Ty. Beautiful. All right. The next exercise, we're going to use our elastic band. We're going to place it just a couple inches above our knees. Nice and straight. And she's going to go ahead and keep her feet about hips width apart. And she's just going to spread her knees a little bit. There you go. And the apex of the spread, give us a little pause. Maybe just a 1 or 2 second pause. And that's going to be an isometric hold. That's going to be where those muscles start to build. Great. She's got great posture through this exercise. Nice 90-degree angle in the hip, 90-degree angle in the knees, and the toes and ankles are pointed forward. And we want to maintain that nice posture through all of our exercises. Great. 2 more, Ty. We're going to go ahead and do 10 of these. The next move we're going to do is a knee lift. So we're going to go ahead and keep this band right where it is. And we're just going to kind of march in place, bringing each knee up. There you go. There you go. And you want to use the core to be bringing these up. You can use that core, and you don't want to be swinging your pelvis. You don't want to be losing your good posture. You just want to slowly, steady, bring each knee up. We're going to do 10 of these on each side. Good. Good. And again, if this is too advanced with the elastic band, you can go ahead and do this without the elastic band. And try to progress to using the band, you know? Good. Good. We're going to do kicks, forward kicks from a sitting position. So she's going to, again, have this nice posture, nice 90-degree angles, nice sitting up nice and straight, and she's just going to kick forward. Good. And when you kick forward, you're going to want to fall back a little bit, but you want to try to use your core to keep yourself nice and stable, nice and upright. Hang on to something if you need to, the edge of the chair. And you're going to do 10 of those on each side. Good. 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 Give me 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Good. Ty looks good. Okay. This next move is a fun one. It's the alphabet. Ty's going to try to draw the alphabet with her big toe. Each leg. Go ahead and get started. There you go. I see an A. You see a B. You see a C. And with this exercise, you really just want to make sure to go as far as you can into the alphabet. Don't try to make it to Z, obviously, if you can't. But you do want to make sure that you get the same exercise on each leg. If you make it to G, try to make it to G with both legs, because we want to build bilaterally. We don't want to just work out one side of our body. Good. What letter was that, Ty?
I got to F.
F. Okay. That's a fun one, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, so for our next segment, we're going to head over to the countertop and do some standing exercises. See you there. For this next segment, you're going to want to find a nice sturdy piece of furniture. A countertop, a kitchen countertop works well. The back of a chair works well. We're really just going to use it to stabilize ourselves. We don't want it to be something that we really are pulling on, just for stability, okay? So Ty's going to get started. She's going to stand at the countertop, just hands lightly on top here, just for stability, with her ankles and feet about hip width apart, maybe just a little bit wider. A nice relaxed posture here. She's got her knees kind of soft. She's got a nice posture throughout. And she's going to give us some heel raises. So she's going to alternate jogging those heels up. And at the top, she really wants to be engaging the back of those calves, right? This is going to target those calves. And I don't want you to do this exercise if you have any calf tightness. You'll know you have calf tightness often because when you stand, you'll often stand with one foot or maybe both feet pigeoned outwards. And that's usually a sign of calf tightness on the outside of your calf. So you want to avoid this one until we get those calves to relax a little bit. If they're overactive, this is just going to exacerbate that. And you're going to give me 10 of these on each leg. The next move, she's just going to stay right in this position, feet hip width apart. And she's going to march in place. She's going to bring those knees up 90 degrees. Good. 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 You want to watch your knees, make sure you don't bang them on the countertop. Again, nice posture throughout. You want to isolate your lower body on this one. You don't want to be swinging too much side to side. You want to keep nice forward line, eyes in front of you, and just bringing those knees up. Good. Good, Ty. Thank you. All right. For this next move, we're going to do hip kicks. So we're going to start with side kicks. So Ty's just going to take her leg and kick it out to the side. Great. And she wants to keep these hips nice and level, pointed forward, and really just isolate that leg straight out to the side. Good. You don't want to kink your hip inward. You don't want to compensate in any way. You just want to drag that foot straight out to the side and back in. Right? Good. Good. Just going to do 10 of those on each leg. Good. 2 more. Good. 1 more. The next move we're going to put straight back as if there's a string on your heel, pulling it straight back. Again, hips nice and level, hips nice and straight forward, eyes forward, nice posture, not moving anything but that one leg. You're going to feel this one, you're going to really feel it in the glute right at the top. And that glute's going to engage, and you just want to bring your foot back down. Nice isolated movement. Good. And again, 10 of these. The next move, we're going to turn around. You're going to hang onto the counter behind you. Just again, lightly, just for balance. And you're just going to kick in front of you. Good. And Ty's got a nice toe point on her kick. Good. Nice long kick. And again, only go as far with these as you feel comfortable. Don't overextend yourself and to a point where you might lose your balance. Good. 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 And 10 of these again. Now that's going to be a total of 60 of those moves. So if that's going to be too much for you, just start small. Just give me 2 or 3 on each leg, each direction, until we can build up to those 10, you know? Good. All right, the next move, Ty's going to give us a squat. This is going to be really similar to what you saw earlier when she was sitting and standing on the chair. There's just no chair here. So the same kind of position, ankles, feet hip width apart, pointed forward, knees pointed forward, knees staying nice in line with the second, third toes. And she's going to bring her butt back like she's trying to sit on a chair that's just out of reach, right? While she's doing that, you're going to see a nice 90-degree angle in her knee, a nice 90-degree angle in her hips, and nice posture throughout her head. Her eyes are pointing forward, her neck is nice and long and tall. All right, and squat. And again, she's trying to sit in an imaginary chair that's just out of reach. We're not going too far. Better form is more important than distance on this one. She's only using the countertop to stabilize herself. She's not pulling on it. Good, and we're gonna do 10 of these. And it's okay if the first couple times you can only go a couple inches. But I wanna see better form over distance. You know, don't worry about going too deep. Just get the form correct. When you stand up at the top, give a nice squeeze to your glutes, push forward, and then back. But I want you to keep those knees nice and soft the whole time. Glutes, squeeze, good, down, and 10 of those. All right, one more time. Perfect, good form. And you know, if you're struggling with form on these, go ahead and do what we use. Set up an iPhone and record yourself and watch yourself and compare it to what we're doing. And you can kind of see where your form is either you're falling too far forward or you're bending instead of squatting. It's a tough one to get right on your own. Right, Ted?
Another good way to think of it is make sure your weight is not on the front of your toes.
Yeah.
So when you're doing the squat, the last thing you want to do is go like that, because that can lead to an injury. So think of your weight on your heels, and your butt is going to pull you back into the chair.
Yeah.
Don't lean too far back, you don't want to fall, but you want to be able to kind of wiggle your toes in a squat. So if you can't do that, you're probably going too deep. So just gently pull back, wiggle your toes, and stand up. And then you know you've done it right.
Yep. Perfect. And for the last exercise, we want you to go for a walk. Be it 20 feet or 2 miles. Do what you can, start small, and just keep moving. Thanks for joining us today. And remember, adherence is key, as Ty always tells me.
Yes.
Start small and only do what you can, because it's better to adhere and do it daily than to
Do too much and feel sore.
do too much and take a month off between workouts.
If any of the exercises or reps that we've shown you are too hard for you or they're making you too sore, just bring it down a notch. Do a little bit less. Start just doing the ones where you're lying down and then build from there on a daily basis.
We hope you enjoy
And be well.
and be well.